A heavy pall of sorrow hung over Falmouth Fishing Beach on Tuesday morning after the headless body of a William Knibb Memorial High School student, believed to have been the victim of a shark attack, was recovered offshore a day after he went missing during a spearfishing trip. The left arm of 16-year-old Jamari Reed from Racecourse Falmouth was also severed from his severely mutilated body. Dozens of onlookers gathered at the beach to witness the remains, which were retrieved from the sea by divers. Among them was the teen's grieving father, Michael Reed, a taxi operator. "I can't believe he went to sea by himself yesterday and this is the outcome. It's heartbreaking. I feel so terrible," said the devastated father, his face contorted with grief. Reed mentioned that he often discouraged his son from pursuing his spearfishing hobby. "It's something we argued and fought about. He wasn't doing it for a good reason, not out of necessity or anything. But what can I say? It's hard to believe," the distraught father lamented. Christopher Reynolds, one of the stunned fishermen at the scene, sat on the beach staring blankly. He revealed that a group of divers had recovered Jamari's body from the water on Tuesday morning after searching for him. He shared that the divers spotted a massive tiger shark in the water shortly after they found the detached arm. "All the fishermen went out there, and while they were diving to retrieve him, they saw the big shark. They shot at it, but they didn't hit it," Reynolds said. Reynolds is determined that the shark responsible should be found and killed, and the severed head recovered. He noted that in other areas, fishermen hunt and kill sharks that have attacked people, retrieving any remains from their stomachs. "I think we should do the same thing here," he insisted. Fritz Christie, president of the Falmouth Fisherfolks Benevolent Society, mentioned that this is the first time in recent memory that a shark attack has claimed a life in Trelawney waters. He speculated that the shark might have followed a cruise ship into Falmouth. "It seems like a big shark followed one of the ships into the area, and when the ship left, the shark stayed. The young man went out, and the shark attacked him, biting off his head," Christie theorized. He advised spearfishers to exercise extreme caution after a cruise ship docks at Falmouth Port. "We need to be extra careful when the ships come in, especially when diving. The shark bit off the man's head and one of his hands. It's unbelievable," Christie said. The Falmouth police are conducting an investigation. The top suspect on St. James Police's most wanted list, Jermaine Mackenzie, also known as Geo, is now in custody. Mackenzie was arrested by law enforcement on Sunday evening during an operation at Harvey Beach along the Rose Hall Main Road. Superintendent Aaron Samuels, head of the St. James Police, stated that Mackenzie is wanted in connection with multiple murders and shootings in the division, particularly in the Flower Hill and Flanker communities. During the operation, officers reportedly recovered a Glock pistol from Mackenzie. In a related development, the police seized 2 high-powered rifles on Monday, including a brand-new Smith & Wesson AR-15 rifle during an Operation Storm exercise in Gordon Crescent. Additionally, the police recovered 22 rounds of 5.7mm ammunition, 19 of which were tracer rounds designed to help shooters improve accuracy by tracking the projectile's path. Superintendent Samuels highlighted that these operations mark significant progress for the division and the communities they serve. This is a major success for the St. James Division, bringing the total number of weapons seized this year to 72. Of these, 10 were rifles, with 6 weapons seized in just the last 2 weeks, he said. He also noted a 33% reduction in homicides this year, with 43 fewer murders reported compared to the previous year. "We are very pleased with the division's achievements. The officers are working tirelessly to ensure the safety and security of the community," he added. A submachine gun was discovered in the trunk of a scrapped vehicle on Tawari Crescent in Rosetown, Kingston 13, on Tuesday afternoon. The Kingston Western Police's Proactive Investigation Unit seized the high-powered weapon during a snap raid. No arrests were made in connection with the discovery. According to the police, the raid was part of a national initiative targeting gangs and was the result of ongoing investigations into the Rosetown and Bentley Lane gangs in the area. Reports reaching the press indicated that the operation took place between 2 and 3 p.m. During the raid, police found a Smith & Wesson submachine gun in the trunk of a scrapped car with a magazine containing 1.22mm cartridge attached to it. The firearm was seized and is now in police custody. Sing J. Mr. Vegas has criticized Buju Banton, calling him a hypocrite for condemning the lyrical content of Afrobeats while his own dancehall tracks have historically promoted violence. Recently, Buju Banton, known for his hit Boom Bye Bye, appeared on Drink Champs and labeled Afrobeats as trash, claiming it hasn't liberated Africans the way reggae music has. In response, Mr. Vegas reminded Buju that he wasn't always a righteous Rastafarian. Buju seems to forget that his dancehall hits were not only highly sexualized, but some songs like Driver and Man Fade Dead also promoted violence, Vegas said. It's hypocritical to criticize Afro musicians who are making their mark globally. Vegas continued, instead of criticizing, Buju should commend the Africans who have created a genre that has shattered negative stigmas, such as Africa is an unappealing country, and people are still living in trees. Buju should also remember that his own journey to Rastafarianism didn't happen overnight. He dominated the dancehall scene for years, earning a significant income before embracing the Rastafarian faith. Buju Banton's commitment to Rastafari became evident with his 1995 album Till Shiloh, influenced by the Pan-African music movement led by artists like Garnet Silk, Everton Blender, Tony Rebel, and Luciano. Songs like Untold Stories, Murderer, Not an Easy Road, and Till I'm Laid to Rest reflect this shift. However, even after adopting Rastafari, he continued to produce suggestive dancehall tracks up until his incarceration in 2011, with songs like Too Bad and Driver A. Vegas believes that some Jamaican artists are envious of the success of Afrobeat stars. It's unfair to compare Afrobeats to reggae, but people are doing it from a place of hatred, Vegas said. Before Afrobeats' rise, dancehall was celebrated for its impact. People loved Shabba Ranks and the slackness he represented. Vegas argued that expecting Afrobeats to uplift in the same way reggae does is misguided, given the differences in technical and cultural aspects between the genres. Afrobeats are happy music, and it's unfair to expect Afro artists to sing roots and culture, Vegas explained. Reggae, with its minor keys, tends to be more emotional and meditative, while Afrobeats, driven by major keys, is more upbeat and joyful. The rise of Afrobeats, according to Vegas, has affected the income of some Jamaican artists who once thrived in African markets. Before Afrobeats, dancehall artists were making a lot of money performing in Africa, Vegas noted. Now, with the rise of Afrobeats, that opportunity has dwindled, leading to jealousy among some artists who can no longer capitalize on that market. He concluded by urging critics to recognize the charitable work of Afrobeats artists, such as Burna Boy's food donations to 300 Nigerian families in 2021 and Davido's millions raised for orphanages in the same year, before passing judgment.